I'm Peter, and I want to tell you a little bit about the ESR, how it's changed my life and how it can potentially change yours. Just a bit of background about me. I'm a chartered surveyor and I've been in property my whole working life, over 30 years. And for the last 14 years I've been investing for myself, and I've built up a sizable portfolio, and I now live off the passive income that produces. But in the past I've also dabbled in selling property information based upon my own experiences and knowledge. And back in the year 2000, for example, I wrote the very first book for buy-to-let investors called An Insider's Guide to Successful Property Investing. And on the back of that I've written several other books, some of which have sold many thousands of copies. I've been asked to contribute to property magazines and to property blogs like the Property Secrets blog and the Landlord Zone blog, and even on occasion the Progressive Property blog. But to be honest with you, that side of my business has always been nothing more than a well-paid hobby. So when I came to Progressive about 18 months ago, I have to admit that I was probably in something of a rut with my property investing, and I was looking for inspiration. And Rob just happened to mention that he could help me build my brand, and that really got my ears flapping and my imagination working overtime, because suddenly I had this opportunity to leverage Rob. And Rob was always telling us that we should be leveraging, and I suddenly saw an opportunity to leverage him. And that led from one thing to another, and eventually onto the ESR, from which, with Rob's guidance and help, I've put together a webinar series of 7 webinars, which I'm now taking the content and making into a new product, which I'm launching in the new year. But it's also led me into public speaking, which I think is a major step forward for that side of my business. Now, I have to be honest, before I came to Progressive, although I realised that probably speaking was the next step, I didn't really know how to do it. I didn't know how I was going to get people to come and listen to me, and I didn't know how I was going to make any money from it. But with Rob's guidance, that's all now becoming clear. And I can now see that next year, hopefully, I'm targeting making about 100,000 from my different speaking engagements, some within Progressive, some outside of Progressive, which is really exciting and something I never even have thought about even 12 months ago. I wouldn't have known that opportunity existed. So as well as the webinar series, Rob's had me up talking in front of about 50 people at the EPCA, which is for VIPs within the Progressive community. And I've also started now running some of the Progressive trainings, the Beginners Property Secrets Day and the Joint Venture Day. And over the next few weeks I should be receiving my very first paycheck from Progressive, which is really exciting, and hopefully the first of many. And hopefully, as time goes by, those paychecks are going to get bigger and bigger as I become a more accomplished public speaker. So if you're thinking that this might be something which would help you, if you're thinking it might be a new income stream, or if you're thinking it might help your existing business, but you're sitting on the fence thinking, should I do this or not? I'd say yes, do it. Because public speaking is one of those amazing skills. Most people shy away from public speaking, and if you're able to confidently public speak, as it were, then you'll find all sorts of opportunities will open up for you. It gives you a new level of confidence, and it gives you that level of branding. Even if you don't want to be a big brand property expert, just being on the speaking circuit, or being able to speak when you're called to speak, can give you so much credibility in front of people, and can open up so many opportunities, not just in speaking, but people bring you deals, people bring you finance, because you're perceived as being the expert. So if you're thinking about it, my suggestion is do it, definitely. Thank you.